Hello there, Simon Trains here, or as people like to say, Simon Trains. Doesn't matter which one you call me, it's fine. Now I'm on my way to Rugeley Trent Valley, but it's been so busy with people walking and cars going, I can't block on the roads or against the roads. So I've come to the Trent and Mersey Canal here to do the introduction. Now today we're just going to get a few movements that are passing through. There's some Class 90s that are top and tailed with some Mark IV coaches going to Witness, and there's some freight trains as well which we'll be seeing throughout the blog. Now before I go up to Trent Valley Station, because the road is actually just behind me here, that bridge there, I've just noticed this sign right here. Now this sign says the old chancel and north chapel dated from the 12th to 19th century is the remains of the original parish church. William Parler, the Rugeley poisoner, was born at the house next to the canal, which is not open to the public. Now, I don't know which house it is, but I think it might be going in that direction. I'll have a look on the way back. But you will hear that name a lot, Palmer, because his father, believe it or not, he's actually had a coal mine that was leased out to him, which we explained in the Burton Colley blog, which will be done very soon. Most of the research is done, so that will be walked next week. But anyway, this is a Pontoon blog, and he said blog, which is vlog. I'm going to Trent Valley now to get these movements. After I've been to Rugeley Trent Valley Station, which is just in this direction now, I will be going down that road because I want to show you something before I go back home. But that's later on in the blog. At the moment though, we are going up to Rugeley Trent Valley Railway Station because, as I mentioned, I'm getting some movements. Now the first movement's not till just after 3:30, which there's a Trafford Park, which is in Manchester, to Tower Gateway, which is in London. But the 5Z90, the two Class 90s, which you will see a little later on the blog, are running about half an hour early, so they could be here at 3:30 as well. But I'll be waiting for some more movements. So I'm just at the car park at Rugeley Trent Valley now, and I'm going to be walking onto the platform very soon. So while we've got a bit of time, let's explain why these movements with the top and tail Class 90s is taking a Mark IV set to Witness. Basically going over to Witness, which is near Liverpool, to get repainted into the Grand Central colours. Because there was supposed to be last month in May, service starting from Blackpool North to London Euston, which was going to be Class 90 in the Grand Central colours, some Mark IV coaches. But that didn't happen due to this virus that's gone around, and they had to postpone it until May 2021 now. So they got about 11 months to get themselves prepared. So they're going over to Witness to get repainted the Mark IV coaches. And then after that, I don't know where they'd go from Witness. There is actually a set in Witness at the moment which is currently being resprayed, repainted, and they do look nice to be honest, but sadly I won't be able to show you any photos. And yes, also I do mention a lot about these Mark IV movement today, which is going to be shown later in the video. And I do apologise, I would drag you on for that moment. But anyway, we do have a few freight trains. There is one at White House Junction, which is between Stafford and Rugeley Trent Valley, which is the Trafford Park Town Gateway. And we get a few Pendolinos moving by in 350 Desiros. So it should be an afternoon at Rugeley to get some footage for this vlog. That was the Class 90s that went through here. I didn't realise they were coming through. That's hot though. That's so speedy through here. But anyway, it's strange and nice to see Mark IV carriages on the West Coast Main Line. Now, it hasn't been the first time actually, because in the early 90s, there actually has been Mark IVs with the Class 91s on the West Coast Main Line. I think they went from London Euston to Manchester, but it wasn't like a proper service. It's more like a trial run. But anyway, we've got a few more workings to get, which we've got 6U77, which will have 66427. If you're not a rail enthusiast, that's the blue shed that will pass through in a second. And we also got 6H50 Willesden to Tunstead, which will be a Freightliner shed, which will be a green and yellow shed that will fly through here. So we're just going to get them, and then I'm going to head over down that road that I was on about earlier to try and see something that I want to see for a while but haven't seen yet. just going to wait for a couple of 350s and I'll be going in a second. But that was the Willesden to Tunstead that just went past, that green locomotive, well, green and yellow, which was a Freightliner Class 66. Now, last time in the blog, I actually mentioned about these exits here, which they are put in place for social distancing. Now, my brother actually mentioned they don't look 6 feet apart, and to be honest, they don't look like it from here. But I used the app on my phone called Measure, and I've measured the platform. It's about, well, between the two exits, it's about 2.27 metres, which roughly works out at 7 feet. So they're actually more social distance than they are, because the social distance is about 6 feet. Anyway, here comes the Birmingham train arriving. And now on this country road, now this is called Blithbury Road, which this road here, if you turn up there, follow the road, and then at T-junction you turn right, takes you to Blithbury village. Now fortunately there is no paths along here, but there is a reason why I want to actually come up this road, because like I said, I want to show you something. Now this thing that I want to show you, just wait for a car to turn in, is that I've seen a good view of Rugeley Power Station in this direction, but I've never ever been able to find it. But I had a look on Google Maps, well, Google Earth. As you can see, there is no path here now, it's all roads. So just got to be careful, very careful, because it is a busy road still. But as I was saying, so I'm going to find this spot quickly and I'm going home straight after. Believe me, this spot you can see a good view of the power station and you can see a good view of the West Coast Main Line. I've come to this area on Blithbury Road. As you can see, to Blithbury is that way and Rugeley Trent Valley is that way. But I've come to Cordon Bricks and Tile Co Limited because I think this is a public path. Now what makes me think of it, because there's a sign here, just saying public footpath, which is just right here, public footpath. So I'm going to attempt to walk down there and try and get that view that I want to see and to show you as well. Well, so far I've been walking down this road. There actually has been one van that's come down here. It hasn't stopped me at all. So I'm guessing this is a public footpath to take you to the bricklayers, which I can't remember their name. But I can see Rugeley Power Station from that direction, a perfect view, and I think I'm just approaching where the view you can see it from is now. Now, I don't know if I can or not, but we cross this little narrow road, and I think, oh yes, this is the spot I think. No, it isn't. Ah, great. Do I have to carry on walking? Really? But you can just see from down here, I think I might have to carry on walking for a bit longer. You can just see the chimney stack there. Yeah, I think I've got to carry on walking. So, let's carry on walking. Over there looks like the village of Blithbury. Not far off it, but we're still far away from it. I've just gone over this gate here. I'm just about to go into this field now, and yes. There we go, look at this. Wait till you see this. Just stand here. How about that for a view? The West Coast Main Line is just along here. Rugeley Power Station is just along here. That's a view. That's a brilliant view. See if we get a train along the West Coast Main Line here before I go back. Right, time to go that way home. So warm today. So yeah, after all, I think this is a public footpath, to be fair. Like I said, there was only one van that came up and it never said anything, so I'm guessing we're all right. Now go back to the road now, which Blithbury Road. I'm walking back down there to Rugeley Trent Valley Station. Fortunately though, if it took me about half an hour to get here, half an hour to get back, it's actually going to take me an hour walk to get back home. Yeah. Oh well, I wanted to explore this area and I did. So, I think it's a thumbs up today. Anyway, let's carry on, head back towards Rugeley Trent Valley Station. I'm now at the T-junction where called Willesden Brick and Tiles down there, and this is Blithbury Road, which I'm going to be walking down now. Again, like I said, there is no footpath down here, so I think I'm going to have to walk on this side of the road so I can see the cars going straight ahead like that. But except, I'll tell you what, this area is a lovely view. There's a van about to come up in a second. There's a lovely view down here, I'll tell you that. Anyway, I'm just going to have to pull to the side in a second because that van is coming up in a second. Here we go. But anyway, like I said, I'm going to walk it back down to Trent Valley Station now. But it did take me 10 minutes from that spot to that entrance. Now just coming off Blithbury Road, and right in front of me is the entrance to Rugeley Trent Valley Railway Station. Now what you don't see is, which I'll show you in a second, I mean, here's the Yorkshireman pub, but there's this road down here. As you can see, There's a little wall there behind where the goods shed is. So, it's just gone 5 o'clock now, so I'm going to walk it back to Rugeley. Here, you can see how far Blithbury is from here. If you can just make it out here, it's about 2 miles. 2.5 miles. And then Hamstall Ridgeway is 4.5 miles. Colton, which is in that direction, is 1.5 miles. Abbott Bromley is 6 miles, and Uttoxeter is 11 miles from here. Anyway, time to walk it back home. This house right here is actually next to the canal. Now I think this was the house where William Palmer was born, because it said it was right next to the canal. This does look like an old one. So this is where he was born. He actually died in Stafford when he got hung. Now back in the town centre of Rugeley, and it has been a good afternoon at Rugeley Trent Valley Station. They get a good few movements. We got Class 90s that went through, and some good speed as well. We also got some good freight trains, some good passenger trains, and we did see that lovely spot at Rugeley Trent Valley, just south of Rugeley Trent Valley Station, which was brilliant. Now, my next vlog will be not in Rugeley, it's actually going to be walking 2 villages. And then after that will be the Burton Corrie line. So there is 2 videos being planned. We'll just go down Bees Lane. So there is 2 videos planned. One will be filmed tomorrow, and one will be filmed next week. But yeah, it has been a good afternoon at Trent Valley. Like I said, we've got the 90s, got some good freight, and that's it. So hopefully you enjoyed this one. This vlog's now being terminated just before Rugeley bus station. Thank you for walking with Siren Trains. Like I said, I do apologise, it may be a bit rubbish because this was the impromptu one. And I'll see you for the next vlog.